Hi Taurus, welcome to my channel. This is Scorpio Moon Tarot here to bring you your November 2018 general reading for Scorpio, for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. I've shuffled the cards already. God, I'm already feeling weird, sticky, not being able to speak energy around your reading. I've just done Libra's reading and it was so intense that I've now lost the will to communicate. No, it's all good. So thank you very much for joining me. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please do like and subscribe. I would really massively appreciate it. And yeah, let's see what we've got going for November. It's very intense energy this month with Scorpio Moon actually today and Scorpio season in general, and then 11/11 on the 11th obviously. Which is a very powerful spiritual portal. So a lot of people are going through the awakening process, a lot of people are shifting, a lot of people are just dealing with karmic partners coming back into their lives as well because of Venus retrograde until the 16th of November. So you may find people coming back into your life that you haven't heard from a long time, and just crazy energy this year, just and within this particular month, okay? So I haven't had so many cups cards for a lot of readings, but that's because Venus is in retrograde. So it is always suggestible not to get yourself into a new relationship within this period because it may last as long as it kind of came in, you know. So if you meet someone within the time, I think it was from the 4th of October till the 16th of November, generally they can be quite karmic relationships where once Venus goes back direct, they may end up removing themselves, or you may remove them out of your life. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get into your reading. So, Spirit, Archangels, Divine Universe, Ascended Masters and Ancestors, please use me as a clear channel for messages for the greatest and highest good for Taurus, the collective of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for November 2018. Please give me messages for the greatest and highest good for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for November 2018 from the 9th of November onwards. Thank you so much. So guys, yes, this is a collective reading. I just want to make sure that you know that it's not going to make sense for everybody. Some of the messages are going to make sense for other people a lot more than others, but please do check your natal chart to see whether your moon sign is placed in a different place, because you may find that you resonate with that particular star sign more than your sun sign. So you may resonate, you may have more Scorpio in your chart, so you may want to read the Scorpio chart because it may actually make more sense for you. Okay, so Spirit, what is the main situation? Okay, so Taurus, ooh, rejection. Okay, so there could be some sort of lack. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a rejection, but this is what I felt instantly when I got this card out. This can be rejection from your end or rejection from somebody else. However, it can also just mean that feeling of lack, feeling like something's imbalanced. Like I just did mention, people are going through that spiritual experience right now because it is very heavy energy. So some of you may be going through that spiritual awakening process where you feel a little bit lost. You feel like an outsider, okay? And you don't really know how to get in to this church, okay? Which is quite difficult because it's almost like, well, what am I meant to learn? You know, Taurus, some of you may be just dealing with that feeling of, I don't really know what I'm here to do. Why do I feel like everyone is against me and I can't get into this club, you know, the spirituality club, which it is not, okay? It's literally, it's part of being a human being. It's part of being a spiritual, a soul, a human being. So don't feel like you are on your own here. For those of you that are going through that process, there are plenty of other people that are probably in exactly the same place as you. I know when I went through my first shift, it was very discombobulating. It was confusing. I didn't feel like I had really anyone to support me. So I do understand that feeling of lacking in direction, really. Okay, right, let's just continue beforehand so I can see where we're going with this. And what's the challenge here for Taurus? What is the challenge here? Okay, 9 of Swords. So yeah, some of you are dealing with anxiety, sleepless nights, insomnia. Okay, you could be worried about your finances. Okay, this is what I'm seeing for some of you. You may be going through a little bit of a financial dip. and it's causing you some stress and some chaos. You may be thinking about what's happening for Christmas or the holidays, whatever holidays you celebrate, and you may just feel like you don't have the cash or the funds to facilitate, you know, where this is. Some of you also may be having to move out of your property or becoming temporarily kind of, not necessarily homeless, but you're having to be dotted around, you know, and you don't really have a fixed abode, and that could be causing you insomnia and sleepless nights. Others of you you may just be dealing with that feeling of just anxiety. Both of these cards are like worry to me. So I feel like in November there could be that worry energy. Again, for those of you that are going through the awakening process, which I did mention prior, it can cause sleeplessness, it can cause insomnia, and then it becomes a vicious cycle because, you know, you end up waking up at like 333 and then 444, which is all of the synchronicities and the things that happen when you go through the awakening process, which is fun, but it's not fun when your body is not sleeping, okay? So you may be dealing with a little bit of anxiety here. It could be affecting your finances right now because maybe you don't feel like you want to work. This whole process of awakening is quite, it can be quite intense for some people. It's a little bit easier on others and quite intense for others, depending on where you are in your development of your soul, I guess, and how much the universe thinks that they can throw at you. Okay, so some of us think that we can take a lot more than we can, okay? And you may just be in that position where this anxiety could be causing some sort of more anxiety, and it could be monetary anxiety, okay, Taurus? Let's see what the root is here. What's the root in this situation with Taurus? November 2018. What is the root situation here? Okay, again, so yeah, if some of you may be juggling, it could be work as well. Okay, so for those of you that you may be going through a financial lull right now and really trying to balance things out, you know, like where's the next money coming from? Some of you may have to have more than one job to just keep afloat financially right now. This is what I'm feeling, and specifically with that Nine of Swords, it's causing you so much upset and just that, like I said, anxiety and sleeplessness. You maybe just kind of feel like you're drowning a little bit right now because you are trying to balance something. I mean, the Two of Pentacles upright is not as bad as the Two of Pentacles the other way around. That means that you are not dealing with it. I do feel that you are dealing with it, but I do feel that it is causing you some undue, unnecessary stress, okay? Others of you, again, going through that spiritual process, you're trying to just balance out 5D and 3D life. Like, which planet am I on today? Am I a human or am I a soul? That's 100% absolutely normal. It's natural when you're going through this process. So yeah, this, you know, you can overthink about things like this. That sleeping thing where you do wake up at odd hours, normally synchronized to like the three numbers, 333, 222, and generally 333, but hopefully that will come to an end soon for you. So what is in the past that Taurus is moving out of? I can't take those. I'm not going to take them because if there's more than 4, I just feel it's not the right message. So I just want one card, please, Spirit. What is the past energy here for Taurus in this situation? What's the past that's affecting this situation? What is it in the past that is affecting this situation? What is it in the past that's affecting this situation for Taurus in November 2018? Please. It could be numerous things, Taurus, because cards want to jump out, but they're not actually coming out. Okay. So, again, I'm seeing money, but also, you know, the Queen of Pentacles is classed as you know, someone who is a witch, basically. Not in a negative sense. I mean, a light working witch. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom here as well that I just noticed. So I guess for some of you, yes, you've been maybe very financially much more stable in the past here, but right now, for whatever reason, some of you may have lost a job. Some of you may have just more bills coming out than you expected this month. You know, like, because you're coming from this place of the Queen of Pentacles where some of you may have been over generous or over indulgent even. She's not reversed, so I'm not seeing overindulgence per se, but maybe you have, you may have misinterpreted how much money you had and overspent, not necessarily realizing, okay? And now there's this juggle going on. What is the root energy? What's the best possible outcome here for Taurus? What's the best outcome? And the crowning energy here. What's the best outcome? Okay, well, the best outcome is that you stay emotionally stable, okay, right now in this situation. Some of you actually, okay, this could be a father figure. It could be that you may need to get some advice from a father figure here with regards to what to do. Or it could be that you can see a counsellor, because I feel like some of you may be going through some depression as well with this Five of Pentacles and sleepless nights. And it's causing you some sort of, just like I said, anxiety, depression. You may want to go and see somebody about that, you know, because I always see the King of Cups as someone that can help with your emotional disposition and your emotional upheaval. So if you are dealing with something where it could be you were very grounded previously, okay, in the past here, this is grounded energy, but maybe you do need to go and consider seeing someone to help you be able to balance out your emotions, okay? Some of you may have been recently diagnosed with like bipolar disorder or something, but actually I feel like maybe you are actually just going through your awakening process, because it does kind of feel like when you're going through that shift, you're very up and down because you don't know where the energies are. You don't know where the energies lie until they settle, and it can make you feel like you're going a bit crazy. So maybe you may need to go and see someone of a spiritual counsellor, okay? King of Cups I see as someone that's intuitive. It could be someone that is a father figure or someone older than you that is spiritual, that maybe can help guide you through certain things. For the others of you just dealing with a situation where you are financially struggling here, it's saying maybe go and see somebody. It could be financial advisor, but I see this more like, I do see this more on the verge of some of you need to speak to someone of an elder in your family about maybe how to juggle. Someone may have even dealt with a similar situation in their past, and they can give you some good advice, okay? What is the future energies that will be affecting this? What is the future energies for Taurus for November here? Future energies for Taurus, please. Future energy. Oh. See, I'll still not take them unless they actually come out. So what's the future? See, no. Future energies for Taurus, please. In this situation for November. One card, please. Future energies for Taurus. Future energies for Taurus. Can I get one card, please? Okay, cool. So, yeah, right, we have the Six of Pentacles. So I do feel, you know, some of you may be getting some financial assistance. It could be from someone in your family. It could be just getting someone involved in your situation to help balance your financial stresses, because I do see you juggling here, but it's one of those things where you think, well, but for how long can I juggle on my own? You may need to get some sort of just help financially. This could be a loan, this can be borrowing money from someone in your family or someone that you trust, yeah, in general. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of trying to organise my cards as well because quite a few flipped over, but I don't read like that because I'm not guided to. So, right, yeah, I feel like future energies, yeah, so some of you that are dealing with some sort of financial difficulty right now that's causing you anxiety and stress, and you're really trying to balance out because you may have had very firm foundations before. I do see you may be going to someone. This could be, oh, it could even be a counsellor to balance out your emotions with regards to this situation to get you back on track. But also I can see that this could just also be you taking control of your emotions, getting your balance back, and also maybe taking some from someone that's a fatherly figure in your life. It doesn't have to be a father, but someone that you would classify as someone that you trust, that can understand your situation right now, who is generous enough to help you out in this time of need, okay? So I do see things moving forward, because we do have the 5 to the 6 here in the future, which means that things are going to start to move forward and be better for you, okay? For those of you that are going through a spiritual awakening process, things are going to start balancing out towards the end of November. You know, you may be just right in that middle process of that purge of, you know, feelings and healing and all that kind of stuff, because I do see in the crowning energy here, there could be someone guiding you. This could also be someone on a spiritual level, speaking to your spirit guide or your higher self, and tuning into that energy, being intuitive enough to tune in and listen to that very, what's the word? Just calming energy, okay? And I do see things leveling out for you this month, okay? So if you're right in the hub of it right now, trust that it will get better towards the end of November. Okay, what are you bringing to this right now? What energy are you bringing to this situation, Taurus, for November? What's Taurus bringing? Okay. Okay, so you King of Wands. Okay, so I feel like maybe some of you are being very creative right now, especially with that King of Wands, because the King of Wands is very active. So some of you could be being very active, but still internalizing this issue, okay? Maybe you're trying to run away, not run away, but burn off some energy here from this anxiety that you're going through. And because the King of Wands is a very active person, you could find him doing sports and, you know, generally just moving around and doing things that are creative and passionate, and that's maybe where your headspace is at right now. Maybe you are just, because we do have 2 kings here, so it could just be that you're staying optimistic, you're staying active. So even if some of you are definitely feeling some sort of lack, you're not showing it to the outside world, is what I'm feeling. The King of Wands is like, you're almost not running away from it, like I said, but just burning off that residual energy. But I still feel that, you know, you're still coming back to this constantly, and I feel like it's because there's an imbalance, okay? So what are the outside, what's outside that may be causing some of this situation for Taurus? What's outside influences that is part of this situation for Taurus? Whoa, too many cards. Far too many cards. Okay. Yeah, that's like 20 or something. Right. 1 card, please, Spirit. What is Taurus? Sorry, what are the external influences that may be affecting this situation, or bringing something to this situation for Taurus in November 2018, please? Wow, come on. Right. External. Okay, so there is some, like, I think, okay, so someone may be dealing with it could be coming out of a third party situation, but it also just could be coming out of some sort of heartbreak, okay? But there's still somewhat, maybe there could be an Aquarius in your place, just in your space, Taurus. So what I'm seeing is someone coming out of a heartbreak but not quite yet being healed, right? So if this is someone in your external environment, again, it could be that awakening process for some of you where, you know, it's painful, okay? But yet you may be coming out the worst of it, but you're not quite at the end of the healing process. Okay, so that's one message for those of you that's going through that. awakening. I feel, okay, so for some of you, again, right, in a love situation, I am seeing more as I'm going along with the cards, right? What I'm seeing is there could have been some sort of rejection that has left you in a just upset, okay? And it could have been that someone was juggling two people, or it doesn't necessarily have to be, but there's like some sort of balance issue here. This person could have been an earth sign, okay? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You may have been dealing with that energy in the past, but that energy has caused this heartache and anxiety, okay? It could be because that person was juggling two people. We do have the King of Cups in the best possible scenario. So this is, you know, best possible scenario could be that you stay emotionally stable with this situation, because this is the past energy, because I feel like things are going to start, like I said, balancing out. So for some of you that is dealing with an earth sign that's rejected you or caused some sort of anxiety, there is some sort of balance coming back to this situation here, okay? Again, like I said, King of Wands in your actual position here. This can be just your energy being just still having passion for this person here. So I feel like if you are a Taurus man, you are dealing with a earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. It could be woman, but I feel that's more for the man. And if you're a Taurus woman, you could be dealing with the water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, okay? But generally, you are passionate. You're still passionate. You've still got passion, even though you're anxious about something. But someone is, you know, letting go of this heartbreak and third-party situation, but they're still not quite sure. They may not have hope with regards to this situation. They may not feel like they can get out of it. This can be you, again, like I said, that's spiritual. This is the Star card. It's all about healing. It's all about kind of, you know, blending back and healing yourself, and just, you know, it's a wish card as well. But some of you may be just not feeling like you're getting there just yet, but trust that there's going to be balance coming in. What are Taurus's hopes in this situation? Okay. They didn't want to come out, so I'm not taking them. If they fall, they're meant to be. Okay, so what is... Okay, so that fell. Okay, so I think... Okay, right. Well, this is great. So what you're hoping for, I mean, this is kind of defending yourself, you know. And so I feel like if you are going through, again, a situation, you're trying to blend the opposites here. You know, with Temperance, it's about being patient. You're hoping to keep standing your ground and standing up for what you believe in. So, right, let's go back again to the people that are going through the awakening process. We do have the Seven of Wands, which to me is saying that you are continuing. You're protecting yourself, okay? So you are still pushing forward. There is wand energy here. It's passion and action. So you're willing to defend yourself. But at the same time, you're hoping to heal, you know, and you're being patient. Or you're hoping to make sure that it's almost like you kind of... Some of you might be tired of feeling like you're defending yourself. It could be against other people with regards to what you're having to explain you're going through while you're going through this healing process. And you just want to get balanced again. Everything about this reading is about balance, Taurus, okay? So with the Seven of Wands, again, this can be just, you know, if you are dealing with monetary situation, again, I feel like you are still, you know, protecting yourself, and you're being patient about how to organise moving forward to get to this balanced place. But someone in your immediate environment or something in your immediate environment is still healing from some sort of heartache or separation. Okay, And what's the outcome here for Taurus for November 2018 in this reading, please? What is the outcome for Taurus for November 2018? Okay, so we have the King of Swords. Again, for me, we've got 3 kings in this reading, so this is quite a heavy masculine energy, okay? So, some of you are going to come through this situation with this lack because, again, you've got someone here in the crowning energy. The best possible outcome is either you in your emotions being emotionally mature enough to make a decision on how to move forward financially or with some sort of balance. Some of you going to see somebody of a counselling nature. And then we have the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So we've got all 4 kings here, Taurus. You know, this feels very interesting. I don't think I've ever done a reading where all 4 kings have shown up. But there's only one queen, okay? So some of you, you know, you may be going through that masculine energy right now, okay? For those of you that are waking up, you may be balancing out. The message here is to balance out your masculine energy. Obviously, we have both. We have feminine and masculine energy. Doesn't matter what sex we are. Maybe you in the past you were in your feminine energy and now you're shifted towards your masculine energy and you're confused about how to move forward with that because it's all about push and pull. It's about balancing out those the yin and the yang, okay? But I feel very much this month you are in your masculine energy, and with the King of Swords as the outcome, I do feel that there is definitely some sort of clarity that will come to you by the end of November in terms of how to move forward, particularly if you're dealing with someone who is also going through something, or this is you dealing with the healing, all right? Dealing with the healing. We've got Temperance cards, which is healing as well. We've got this 2-2 energy here. I'm very much feeling like, you know, you could be dealing with some sort of contract as well by the end of this month. So if you are in a situation right now where you're concerned about moving house, okay, you're concerned about money and juggling situations, I feel like things will become very clear with the King of Swords here by the end of the month with regards to that, and on the up and up because the King is in upright and we do have all 4 kings. So this is very strong masculine energy, like I said. For those of you that are dealing in a relationship where there was possibly some sort of rejection and anxiety, possibly to do with an earth sign or a water sign, I feel like there's going to be balance brought back into this situation. Yes, someone externally may still be doing some healing work, but generally you are positive, you're active, you're keeping yourself moving, and you are prepared to defend yourself while you're healing your situation, okay? With the King of Swords here, this is saying definitely that, you know, you're going to start being a bit more logical rather than in your emotional space, even though, you know, the best possible outcome is that you are in your emotions, because sometimes you have to go through the emotions to feel it. Don't reject your emotions in place of just using your head. Hey, I'm sorry, that is like the 3rd time that this has happened in all my readings today, where my laptop, my QuickTime player, just decides to stop recording. And then I have to save part of the video, and then I'm going to have to edit it together, which is frustrating because it takes so much longer. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to clarify some of the cards here. Again, like I said to you, there is balance coming into play here, and I feel like you are going to be a lot more rational in your approach to this situation, okay? I just want to see why, like, certain cards are here. So, why is the 2 of Pentacles here in the root for Taurus, please? I mean, the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here is your energy. So, overall, at the very end of the reading, you are in your energy. At the very end of the reading, the overall energy. So that's really good because you're upright, you're in your power. So this is saying things are going forward. Wow, King of Rods again. and the Five of Pentacles. So yeah, you may be balancing out, like I said, for some of you, it's definitely you balancing out something of a creative nature with something of a financial nature. So maybe you are doing one thing that's creative and one thing that's paying the bills, but at the moment you may be suffering for the fact that you're in your creative mode and you're not earning anything. Okay, so that's for some of you. Some of you may be juggling a situation where you may want to go traveling, or you just are, it's not even rejected, it's like, yeah, I feel like some of you may be dealing with like that financial lack, like I said, but you're trying to balance out because I think some of you want to go and do a lot more. It could be movement, traveling, things like that, anything creative, but maybe you don't have the finances right now to do exactly what you want to do. Like some of you may want to travel abroad. You can't do it right now because you're financially struggling, but you're trying to balance them books. And the balance will come if you do get some help here, maybe from a bank, from a friend, from a person. We do have the King of Cups at the top here, so it may be a water sign that helps you out, or helps you to get balanced. For those of you that are going through the awakening process, that person may be just helpful. Let's have a look. Why is the Queen of Pentacles? Okay. Yeah, okay, so Queen of Pentacles, again, we've got the Six of Pentacles, which is here in the future energy. So, and we've got the Four of Swords. So, yeah, I feel like if this is, for those of you that were dealing with a earth sign that may have been juggling two people, because I am seeing rejection here. So rejection, or maybe they have options. It's like there may have been, yeah, so some earth sign may have been, when this is upright, it's someone taking a break. When it's the other way around, it's someone coming out of like solitary confinement, someone coming out of this energy where they've been having to heal and relax. So maybe someone is coming out of that energy, and you may have had some sort of back and forth with the Six of Pentacles here with the person in the past, this earth sign. But I feel like it's still, it could be the root of the anxiety, okay? But there is balance again. So maybe there is an earth sign in your life for some of you, another earth sign, if this is not yourself, that is now, the situation's feeling a lot more balanced. You're feeling more emotionally stable from this, although there is still some sort of rejection and still some sort of anxiety. Okay, why is the King of Cups here, please? Why is the King of Cups here in the Crown in energy? What does it mean for Taurus in November? And we got the Page of Rods, but in reverse. So this can be, I feel like what this is saying, because this is the best possible outcome. I mean, the Page of Rods generally is news. And when he's in the wrong way, like upside down, he can be not the news that you wanted to hear. However, you know, this can be, okay, for some of you, you know, you may need to go and see somebody, and they may be telling you things that you don't want to hear, okay? So if you do go see someone, somewhat of a counsellor, and you're going through for instance, a spiritual situation, they may give you the wrong advice, or they may be telling you that you have something completely different. You know, they may turn around and say you're bipolar, because I'm seeing a lot of two level things here, which, you know, this is someone of an emotional nature that is giving you news for some of you that is not what you want to hear. For the others of you, this is you just being more emotionally balanced, and, you know, maybe, because I often see the Page of Rods a little bit like the Fool card. So when he's upright, he's adventurous, and taking on new things. I think perhaps for some of you, this is you just taking a step back from trying to do everything and just really sitting with your emotions a little bit while you go through whatever process it is that you are going through here, okay? Why is the Six of Pentacles here in the outcome? Why is the Six of Pentacles here in the outcome? Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands, but the Ace of Wands is reversed. So, you know what? What I'm feeling here is, okay, so some of you may be dealing, again, like I said, with an earth sign that may have come back into communication because the Four of Swords here is in reverse. So someone who has been kind of out of the picture and in what you would call retreat mode, now may be coming back and offering something. But what I also see is that that person that's offering something is not still offering anything of a passionate nature, okay? That's for some of you, okay? Because they may still be doing some healing in the external environment here. They may have come out of some sort of difficult situation where they were suffering some sort of separation or some heartbreak, but they are still healing from that. They're still not completely healed. Others of you, I feel like, you know, you may have to, in order for you to balance something, you may have to possibly miss an opportunity here with regards to this Six of Pentacles. This is giving and receiving. So it's almost like saying, to me right now, this is saying, like, you may need to take it slower because one's a fast energy, and the Ace of Rods, you know, I always see as like, it's a brand new start of a creative thing, and maybe it's that you need to just take a minute in order to balance out either your finances or your mental well-being because of this anxiety or insomnia or whatever it is, to balance out your emotions. Try not to start anything too hastily. That's what I'm seeing, in order to keep your balance within this situation. So why is the King of Swords here in... Ah, my goodness. Okay, I'm not going to take those. That is just too many cards, okay? Too many cards. Right, okay. Let me just put them back. I want to see... Why is the King of Swords here in the outcome? Okay, we have the Strength card, which is brilliant because this is saying that, you know, whatever you're going through right now, and then we have the Victory card at the bottom of the deck, and your energy, the King of Pentacles, in, this is lovely. Oh, an amazing, look. Right, and normally I don't do this, but we have the Victory card with the star, and then we have the King of Pentacles with the High Priestess, okay? So what I'm feeling very much, for those of you that are dealing with that healing, dealing with the healing, I feel like you're going to get some sort of victory towards this, or your wish fulfillment from this situation, okay? And especially because with the King of Pentacles here, this is you in your power. So you are going to get balance finally. And the High Priestess is saying that, you know, you may not see this right now, okay? But trust your instincts. And plus, this is a very spiritual card. This is the card of, you know, she is the original kind of Mary figure, the twin flame in her heart kind of thing. She's the esoteric version of the Empress, who is the more physical manifester. She is the vat of all knowledge of the universe. So this, again, for those of you that are going through the enlightenment process and awakening and, you know, shifting frequencies, it's like you eventually, it's like you're going to come to this understanding that it's within you. It's a knowing, okay? And lovely. Yeah, it takes hard work, okay? And just be patient with yourself with that process. But with the Strength card here at the end, I feel like, yeah, some of you will be getting some sort of contract. You may be moving in. You could even be moving in with a Leo, okay? With regards to anything financial. Others of you, you are going to start being a little bit more logical, but you're also going to have a lot more inner strength. Maybe this month you felt, or the previous months, you felt like you've lost some of your confidence, okay? But I see that coming back this month with that strength card, and all the aces, and I feel like you're already mainly there with that King of Wands. You're already in that fiery, creative energy. So that's what I have for you for November, Taurus. I hope that makes sense, and if you would like a private reading, please do hit me up on my email. I'm also giving, for the year 2019, forecasts from now up until probably just before Christmas, because obviously as Christmas gets in, things get busy and inundated, and then Christmas is about family and all that kind of stuff. So I am going to start booking in early for the personal readings, so please do hit me up on an email and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I've got quite a quick turnaround rate, so please get in touch. And yeah, I hope that makes sense. So please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in December. Thank you so much.